the time that only comes 4 times a year. Now you might be thinking I'm talking about Christmas or Halloween or some other big holidays, but no. It's time for you to scroll through your wishlist and buy a couple games or 12 while your wallet and backlog yell for help. It's the fall Steam sale. This time in the autumn sale, it's actually showing up a couple months earlier than expected. Usually it happens around the middle or end of November, but this year it's happening at the end of September into the beginning of October for whatever reason. But honestly, there's nothing better than starting off the fall season by spending $3 on full price games and hoping I have the time to play any of them. So sit back, relax, and let's empty our wallets together while I go through some of the games I think are most worth purchasing during this autumn sale from least to most expensive. Starting off with SteamWorld Dig at 91% off, this game is only 89 cents, which is actually insane. Like they're almost just giving it away at that point, so you might as well just buy it if you don't have it already, at least if it's your type of game. SteamWorld Dig is classified as an action platformer puzzler with heavy Metroidvania influences. You'll need to take your trusty old pickaxe you inherited from your Uncle Joe along with a deed to the mine and dig down to find gems, enemies, and secret powers that you'll use to discover the secrets of the SteamWorld universe. The Metroidvania element comes in when you have to go back to town when you don't quite have the tool that's powerful enough to get to the next area, and you have to use the resources you've collected to upgrade your tools to progress farther. I haven't completed the game, but I've enjoyed what I have played so far, so look into that further if you'd like. Next up is Celeste, a beloved indie platformer where you play as a young woman named Madeline, and your goal is to help her survive her inner demons and climb to the top of Celeste Mountain. Currently 75% off for $4.99. On your way, you'll get past hundreds of difficult platforming challenges, uncover secrets, meet a few folks, and piece together the mystery of the mountain. If you'd like to play it and aren't that great at platformers, there is an assist mode that will help make your journey just a little bit easier where needed. You can adjust all sorts of different functions of the assist mode to fit your needs based on what's hard for you. I haven't personally used it yet, though I might have to soon on the section I'm on, so I have no idea what options are all there. But I will emphasize, this is not cheating. Many people like to gatekeep and say, oh, you didn't play the game the real way, but that's not how that works. Some people aren't gaming geniuses and just super good at everything. Like, the game is genuinely hard at some points, so do what you like and what you need to do to properly enjoy the game your way. And this game is absolutely worth it at just $5. Civilization 6 is a tactics game where you manage your own growing civilization and go head to head against some of the best leaders in history. And it's currently 90% off for just $6. Will you survive, thrive, and make it to the next day? No one can truly be sure. This game is definitely one of the more niche ones and can be hard for some people to understand, but if this is your type of game and you enjoy challenge, absolutely go for it. The 7th one is also out as of this year if you want to look into that one too. Hades is 75% off for $6.24. Defy Hades, the god of the dead, as you hack and slash your way through the roguelike dungeon crawler as you try to escape the underworld and get to the surface. This game is truly amazing, 98% positive reviews on Steam, and just genuinely an amazing experience. You'll fight your way through encounters with different weapons and attack augments every time as you try and see if you truly have what it takes to escape. Also, the sequel, Hades 2, just came out not that long ago and it's only $30, so definitely go check that one out too if you enjoy this first adventure. Recently I've finally had some time to pick Hades back up again and it's been so fun, definitely recommend it. Moving on, we get to The Witcher 3, which is currently 80% off at $7.99. Honestly, I'm not sure how to describe this game because I have yet to play it, but I've heard it's great. I've heard it's an open world RPG, but other than that, I don't really know much, so do what you will with that info, but people have been saying it's an absolute steal for just $8. Sons of the Forest is next at 67% off for $9.89. If you have a group of friends and are into survival games, this one is so epic. You have to chop down trees, build bases, gather food, and make sure you don't get too cold in the winter. There are also different types of monsters and a whole story to play through, and for only $10, I'd say it's absolutely a worthwhile experience. If you like a cozy time and a little bit of puzzle solving experience, Unpacking is a game for you. It's currently 50% off for $9.99 and is a game I've found myself going back to play when I just want to sit down and not think about anything but the familiar experiences of pulling things out of boxes and organizing. And although a lot of people do that in their day-to-day lives, it's kind of relaxing doing it in a video game. Oftentimes, I'll put on some music or a video in the background as well. It's part block fitting puzzle, part home decoration, all while learning clues about the character you're playing as and what type of life they've lived throughout the years. Next up is the familiar ones for fans of Xbox and first-person shooters. Halo Master Chief Collection is yet again on sale for $10, which is a 75% off sale. If you for some reason haven't played these games in all your years of playing first-person shooters, I definitely recommend at least checking them out and giving them a chance. And for only $10, that's kind of a deal you can't really pass up on, especially given modern game prices. An RPG series we all know and seem to be infinitely forced into buying again and again on every generation of console since it came out back in 2011. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Definitely a game I would give a chance if you haven't played it at all. I have yet to beat this game because long games tend to take me quite a while to get through. Cross the overworld, ride a horse, fight enemies in dungeons, fire spells, bows, and fight with swords and axes alike as you explore and learn the story of the land of Tamriel for only $9.99. You know, I feel like I sound like an ad sometimes, and this is definitely one of those times. I'm not making money from this though, so definitely not an ad. Next, we've got a game I will suggest to literally everyone I know, Stardew Valley. This is a farming and life sim type game where you inherit your grandpa's old farm and move away from the boring city life to start fresh. The farm is a little beaten down, so you do have to do some repairs, clear the weeds, upgrade your house, and you also get to talk to a ton of townsfolk and do events like the egg hunt and the night market. I don't want to give away too much about it because part of it is just experiencing everything for yourself, and it's only $10.50. This game is just an absolute steal. And I honestly still can't believe this was made by one man. This dude is an absolute legend, and I would absolutely pay more than $15 for this game, and it's so worth it because I've played like more than 300 hours. Dead Cells is 50% off for $12.49 and is a roguelite, Metroidvania-inspired action platformer where you run through a sprawling, ever-changing castle, assuming you're able to get past the enemies you find in it. Definitely a fun one for people that might enjoy Metroidvanias and roguelites, and also definitely a challenge to beat. You'll play run after run, learning different enemies' attacks, unlocking new weapons, upgrading your character, all to die and start again. Street Fighter 6, you've probably heard of it. It's 50% off for $20, and it's a pretty fun game in my opinion. I'm not the greatest at these 2D fighting games since I don't play all that often, but this game made it pretty easy for me to learn how to play and just get right into fighting other players. It's definitely a challenge to learn all the different attacks and combos and how to fight against and counter other players, but overall, pretty fun experience. Persona 5 Royal is 65% off for $20.99 and is usually categorized your standard JRPG and turn-based combat game. But from what I've heard, it's far from standard and is quite an enjoyable game. I have yet to play it because there are just way too many games I want to play, but definitely one I want to get around to at some point because I quite enjoy JRPGs, as is evident by this next game and is actually the one I'm currently playing. Octopath Traveler is yet another JRPG with turn-based combat, 60% off for $23.99, or if you want to buy both games in a bundle to save a little bit of money, it's $45.58. I'm currently playing through the first one and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. The story is definitely a little slow in the beginning, but although the combat is repetitive in nature with the turn-based stuff, I quite enjoy it. I have heard the second one is quite a bit better, so I can't wait to get to that one, but it might take me a while to finish the first one, seeing as it's like 60 to 70 hours long. Definitely recommend it though if you enjoy games like Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger. Those are some of the best games that I would recommend in this current sale that I can think of at least. If you think I missed any, list them down below. Hope you find some good games that you can enjoy. Make sure to get them in the next couple days before the Steam sale ends. And I'll catch you guys next time. I gotta go empty my wallet again and get some new games.